Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. I'm just going to check this thing. I've got a backup. I'm just checking microphone levels. I've still not got a rug, so there's still echo in the room, so we'll still hear that. Rob, big shout out to you, Rob, one of our Brown admins. He's been giving me suggestions for soundproofing the room and kind of getting rid of that echo as well. But I think a rug is going to do it, just a big rug in here as well. We have, and just to start this with, I thought we had a ghost in the flat yesterday. I was working away yesterday after the kind of live show, and I heard this tap, 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 and I turned around. You know when you get the kind of the prickly hairs on the back of your neck, just kind of stand on edge. I thought, shit, what the hell was that? And it was just weird, and just kind of strange noises. And I kind of left it, forgot all about it after an hour or something. But I was kind of looking around just to see what it could be. And then the dog came in the room and just started barking for no reason. And you know, dogs have got kind of extra sensory perception. And I thought, she must be barking at something that's in the room, and this room must be haunted or something. But then she went over to the books area. I've got kind of books there just now, just temporary bookshelves just now. And just started barking and just kind of clawing away at the books. I'm going, what the hell is that? So this went on for about half an hour or something. I just kept on doing it. Then last night, I kind of heard this noise again, that tap, 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 and a scraping. I thought, this is just getting weird now. And I seen a vent. There's a vent in the wall. And it turns out we've got an old chimney flue, and a bird has obviously fallen down the chimney, and it's kind of fallen all the way down to kind of this vent area, and that's what it's been. It's been a bird. So I'm trying to get it out. Once I found out it was a bird, because I went to an next door neighbour and said, have you had problems with mice or something? I think there's a mouse in the wall or something like that. And it turns out it's actually a kind of bird. I took the vent off. I've just got a small hole, and I can see the bird, but it can't go anywhere. It can't get out, so I'm trying to entice it out with bread. And I couldn't sleep last night thinking this bird is going to die in there. So I'm trying to entice it out this morning again. So it's not come out so far, and I think it's went back up the chimney, but I don't think it's going to get far, so hopefully it gets out. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I look at a mess this morning as well. I've just seen kind of my hair in that. I really need to get a haircut. Anyway, that's not what this is about. This is a crypto channel. If you're just tuning in, it definitely is a crypto channel. I'm just going to change the date on this. So that was the other thing as well. Just as I was kind of hearing all these noises and stuff, I'm thinking, right, we're haunted. My wife just kind of walks in the door, and it was just a shadowy figure coming through the glass door, and it was weird as well. I nearly shit myself. Quite funny though. Right, okay. We'll see if we're live or not. We are live, and we've got a few people watching, so I'm just going to jump over to the chat area. Okay, we have Marcus Jafari is in the house, Nikki Sheldrake, B is in the house. B, thank you very much for your email, mate. Really appreciate that. It was weird you were talking about what the pub you were talking about, because that's just down the road from us as well. So what was it called? I can't remember what it's called again. Oranmore, that's it. Hooded One is in the house as well. I need to put my glasses on. Andreas is in the house. Dom Delanocci is in. Pascal Amsterdam, Tony P. Adebin, one of our Brown admins is in. Nikki Sheldrake was said already. Who did the music? I've got a link to the music usually after every show. So if you go back to the kind of older ones where I've got links, you'll see it in the comments. Stephen King is in the house. Nimbus, that's what it's called Nimbus. Mervyn Skidmore, Rob Fiddler, Hooded One, Max H, Njambi K, JC Stander, Christopher Dallson, Lawrence Matthews is in. Dominated Ian Chipsbag is in. Young Buck Chewy is back with us. Good to see you back. Stormkeeper is in as well. Okay, let's dive straight over to Crypto Bubbles. This is what's happening over the last hour just now. So Dent is down, Ravencoin is down. That's down over the week as well. XVG is down. I didn't think that would go down, but it's gone down further. CNX, SC, VET, LRC, kind of called that as well. Strat. So it's mostly red over the last hour, but that's because there's been a lot of green in Bitcoin. And we'll just check it over the last 24 hours. You can see it's a totally different story over the last 24 hours. ABBC kind of dominating, up 17%. Qubit, Maker, XTZ is up. OMG, Atom is up as well. Atom is up 44% over the week, which is brilliant. Jimbo and kind of one of our brilliant admins, and he's got his own group as well. From Crypto Knowledge Alliance, he kind of called that ages ago. I think him and Crypto Don Juan and a few others were kind of into that as well. So brilliant call, guys. And that's it. Over the last 24 hours, BNB is up as well. I managed to get a good 8%, 7% on BNB. Yesterday I got on at 409, got at 435 for BNB, which was good. So kind of chuffed about that. And that's it. I'll just see over the last hour again. I'm going to see over the week, see who's doing well over the week. Atom, we said that, 44%. Qubit, 15. XTZ, 18. Made, 11. Odom, 14%. And this is just a representation of some of the coins. It's not all of the coins on the market, obviously. So, still liking Crypto Bubbles. Okay, we'll go to the overall market cap. It's jumped up big time because my headline is out of date because Bitcoin has already reached 5,600. In some exchanges, a lot of exchanges it's not yet. But we're up to 181 billion, 181.2 billion. Bitcoin dominance obviously gone up 55.1%. It was at 54.2% yesterday. It's gone up again. People are starting to get into Bitcoin and they might be seeing this as a start of a rise. So this is the Bitcoin chart, 5,560. That's on Bitstamp. We go to BLX. I'll have a different price. 5,457 for BLX. XBT will have a different price again, I would imagine. XBT USD, 5,558. So there are some exchanges that's hit 5,600 already. USDT, BTC, USDT, I believe, and 5,657. So there is a price difference. So we're going to go with the Bitstamp price. So 5,566. It looks as if it's going for that 5,600 level, which we spoke about. I kind of put the lines in there kind of a couple of weeks ago and said if we stay above the 5,200, that would be the next target. So expect some resistance here, round about this level. Might dip a wee bit, but it could push on through and try and reach the next level that we spoke about, which is $6,000. If we can get that, that's a psychological barrier. There's no kind of real support. I suppose there's been support in the past that has been a support level, so now become resistance. So we can see round about here, there was a kind of support level round about there. But once it breaks through that, we want 6,200. 6,200 is going to be a bigger resistance, and if we can break through that, then it's the sky's the limit from there. But we'll see a lot of people are still saying we're going to get a pullback again. According to the charts, it doesn't look like we are, to be honest. But with Bitcoin, it can turn on a whim. It could just turn about and just kind of go right back down again. So that's Bitcoin. That's a kind of overall picture as well. Who's the winners and losers? ABBC coin. Tezos up 8%. Cosmos, Binance, Cubitica, Electroneum back in the top 100. Omisi Go, Qtum, Horizon, Factum, Aeon as well, all up. And Maxmine coin down 6%. BitTorrent down. Nulls, Walton Chain, Project Pi, Theta, Verge, Populous all down as well. So probably got a 40-60 split. So 40% down, 60% up. We'll look at the markets overall. That wasn't it. So go to the last 24 hours. We now have 2,146 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. And we have Blazer coin up 634%. I wonder why we didn't see that before. If it's up over the 7 days, it's 764%. So we've got a market cap of 136,000. But I think that's the bird again. 136,000 market cap for Blazer coin. So, but 62,000 volume, so that's decent volume for a small market cap like this. Bitcoin is, I'm not really going to kind of look at projects that have taken the Bitcoin name. Marginless up 89%, Crypto Soul up 76%, Webcoin 76%, seen that a couple of times as well. So there's a few in there. that we could possibly look at. 6. I'm going to take a look at that, up 38%, and it's 6.9 million for the market cap. I'm just going to take a quick look at this one just now. There it is. Right, we're just kind of talking about this as well. Okay, so that's the overall picture just now. I think that's that bird kind of falling back down again. Damn it. And my dog is going to start barking at it as well. Okay, who else do we have in? Eric and Angela Hendricks. Excellent, good to see you here. Don't think I've seen you here before, but it's good that you commented. So if you don't usually comment and you're in just now, just leave a comment just now, just to let us know you're in, and just to say hi. Kig is in the house. Good morning to you. Good to see you here. Marcus Jafari. Are you using seed to entice a bird out? Well, I'm using bread, yeah. I am using bread. Max H, how do you tackle the situation when the alts drop, both when BTC moves up or down? Oh, shit, man. That's all happening today. We are, when the alts when Bitcoin goes up big time, the alts drop obviously because people are getting out of alts to go into kind of Bitcoin. When Bitcoin drops, people are getting out of alts to go into USDT. So because they think, right, this is not a good start to the live. Yeah, so when it drops, obviously people get into kind of USDT. So the only way the kind of the alts are going to go up is usually when it's stable. But what you're going to find is, if you look at Binance just now, we're going to do that later on. But if we look at Binance, what you'll find is some of the alts will kind of jump up. You'll get 2 or 3 that kind of jump up per day. Certainly on Binance, and you'll get that on KuCoin, you'll get it on IDEX, you'll get it on other exchanges as well. So we can see there's only one page of kind of alts jumping just now, because people are getting out of alts to go into Bitcoin. But what you'll notice is Bitcoin will jump up. It's up to 5,673 on USDT just now. When it stabilizes, if it stabilizes at that level, then that's when the alts start to come back, because people get to thinking, right, this is it for Bitcoin. It's just going to stabilize there. It might have plateaued for a bit. Then they go back into alts. They take some profit out, go back into alts again, and it's a cycle. And that's how it works. Same when it's going down as well. When Bitcoin goes down $200-300, the alts go down as well, because everybody's jumping out, going into USDT or whatever stable coin there is they want. And then when it stabilizes, they jump back into the alts as well. So it's only if there's a prolonged rise. So if Bitcoin was to shoot up again to 5,700, which it looks like it's going to do, then 5,800, 6,000, more and more people are going to jump out of alts. And we can see that here. There's not even one page of alts in the green on Binance just now. So what's it better to do here just now? If you think Bitcoin is going to go up, it might be better to jump into Bitcoin. And then when you think it's going to go down, jump out and go into USDT, or jump out and go into the alts, because the alts have come back down. So it's a tricky situation. A real tricky situation. So you're going to see more reds creeping up here, and then when it stabilizes, you're going to see more greens creeping up on Binance, and it'll be the same with every other exchange as well. So I hope that kind of explains a bit. Tim Gash is in. Good morning to you. James is in the house. Welcome to you. David Claydon is in. Mervyn Skidmore is in as well. A good single malt helps. Max H. Yeah. Well done on the atom buyers. I missed that wee gem. Says B. Yeah. Jimbo and CryptoDon Wan and a few others were kind of talking about it beforehand. So well done to them. Big congrats. Gordy Boy is in the house. Good morning to you, Mac Powen. I think B's bought 7,200. Crypto Knowledge Alliance. Good morning. Oh, crush the likes. Yes, that's Jimbo, who I was just talking about with Atom. So that was a good call, Jimbo. Mighty Locks is in. BitMEX going nutty. Yeah, I can imagine. Bernard Ronald is in the house. Good morning to you, Rob Fiddler. Can I have a look at VeChain, please? Yep, I will do. And Bernard Ronald, what do you think of Pundi X in the next few years? Well, I thought it was good beforehand, but it just keeps on going down. What's going on with the Pundi X? Still around 11.12, money sleeping. It could be that the money is sleeping there just now. In a second, I'm just going to get my schedule here. Okay, so I like to kind of try and stick to a format as well. So we've looked at Bitcoin, still going up, 5583. And it looks as if it's going to break through that 5,600. So we're live just now. Kind of watching the price. BTT has just moved up. What it says here. So the daily, that's moved up 1 Satoshi. So just keep on. So there we go, 5,600. That's officially in Bitstamp. So you're probably going to see more reds. Yeah, there's 3 at the bottom now. So people are jumping out of alts kind of big time just now. 5,699 here. 5,700 I think it reached. Did it get to that? Yeah, 5,700. That's obviously a psychological barrier. Round numbers are psychological barriers. There's another one. So we've only got very few in the green on Binance. And this will keep going red all the way up until the rise stops rising. So what do we do in this situation? A swap for Bitcoin if you think it's still going to go up. But you know, Bitcoin, it could turn on a whim, and this could be the start of a huge rise. You just never know. 5592, so 5,600 is a barrier, obviously. And we said that there was going to be resistance. But once it breaks through that, and just to use that at the bottom, BTT, saying here, Matic down again, 71. I thought that would do well, actually. Sailor is down again. I took another bite to the cherry for Sailor Network. And I've taken about 3 bites, so this is going to be the last one. And it's at its all-time low just now. And it's probably going to go lower because of kind of Bitcoin going up. So I need to kind of wait and see. So yeah, I took another bite of the cherry for that. Third bite. After a scene, it was kind of moving up because we had a couple of hours where it was moving up. I thought this is the start of the rise from around about here. It was stabilizing. I thought it was going to go up from there. Not to be. So it might go down even further. It might even half and go under 100. Yeesh. Right. So that's Sailor Network is going down even further just now. So it looks like I'm going to have to get out of that because the Bitcoin price going up. USDT. Let's come back down a wee bit. So it looks as if that's going to break 5,600 today. Hopefully it's not a big kind of jump down here. But it looks as if there's definitely buying pressure. So the bulls are definitely winning this one at the moment. Okay, we'll look at some of the small caps. Look at Digitex, see what's happening with Digitex. That's a kind of big one just now. Is it not showing it in there? Ah, that's weird. DGTX. Still down, 599 is down to. So a lot of people lost faith in Adam. I know he done an interview, I've not seen it yet. He done an interview with Keith Waring. I don't know how that went. If anybody's seen that, I don't know if you've seen it. So that was kind of Adam doing the interview with Keith Waring. And he was just asking the question, is kind of Digitex dead? It might be a good opportunity to jump in just now at these prices. BAB, we've not looked at. Right, what's going on here? Right. BAB BTC, right. Okay, we'll take a look here. Still its all-time low. BAB Ethereum, we'll just look at. Yeah, all-time low, 100 GWI. I don't know what's happening with BAB just now. Metamorph. 102 just now. And it did go up from about 84, so it's up about 10-12%. Howdo as well, just looking at 337 just now. So that's looking not too bad at all, Howdo. I'm looking forward to their platform. I don't know, it says they were kind of releasing it, but I don't see the app has not been released or anything. It's not been updated, so I don't know what's happening there. I need to ask in the kind of beta group. And Blockport has kind of jumped up slightly. I noticed that as well yesterday. That's Blockport. Vouch for me. So I'm just looking at ones we've kind of looked at before. All-time low with Vouch for me. So we're going to have to hold on for that. AdBank is another one. Kind of jumped up from 25 up to 35. It's now at 33. We need that to do better. I think that is going to do better. BDG. BitDegree. All-time low. A big degree. I don't know if that's dead in the water or not. So Phantasma. Need a all-time low as well. Could be a good chance to get in for Phantasma. Okay, Zipper MC, thanks for the $2 donation. Really appreciate that. I don't think I've seen you here before. Hello, this is my first time in here. Like the value of your content. Thank you very much. I didn't think I'd seen you before, but thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. And just see others. If you get into a coin, perhaps from a call, and set a stop loss, so this gives you get stopped out if BTC moves at all, either up or down. Yeah, you need a prolonged kind of period of stabilization for Bitcoin, and that rarely happens. You can see that in the kind of Bitcoin chart. There hasn't really been a prolonged period of stabilization. So we get these periods from here to about there. What was that? Kind of almost a month. 24th of February. It was still going up to the 1st of April. Then it kind of jumped right up. There wasn't even really a period of stabilization from there. So you're not going to get these prolonged periods from here, 10th of September 2018 to 8th of November. A couple of months. So there are periods when it is stable. And then obviously it just dropped off a cliff there, and that's when the alts drop as well. Jumped right back up again, that's when the alts drop as well. Stable, down, alts drop, up, alts drop, kind of stable-ish, alts up. So that's what happens with BTC. So it is risky. It is risky. Eric Roberts, great information. I appreciate the service you provide to the crypto community. Thank you very much, Eric. Really appreciate that, mate. Chris Cash is in. Morning, Steve. Smash the likes. Aloysius is in. Got you live this morning. Keep missing you. Oh, it's good to see you, Aloysius. We're in skid mode. Bitcoin goes up, the alts go down, but you don't really need to frown. Oh, a wee bit of poetry here. Edwin Prioga. Hey guys, I'm just in. What do you think the guys should sell at 6,000 for BTC? Afraid of jump fall again. 6,000, you could take some profits at that because a lot of people's psychological resistance is 6,000. So you could take some profits there if it does kind of get to 6,000, but it looks as if it's going to try and make it. Donny Don Matthew, with all the bad surprises in the altcoin market, the only safe bet as of now has been BNB, especially from a trading point of view. BNB has been brilliant for trading. That's with them. So with BNB, what kind of Donny Don Matthew, you can see it's taking a dive down. That's because Bitcoin has gone up just now. So people are taking the profits from BNB and jumping in. So I kind of took my profits right near the top as well. And that was yesterday, or close to the top. So I've gone at 409. So for me, this would represent another good opportunity to kind of get in on BNB. Because what's probably going to happen is Bitcoin is probably going to have a pullback. But if it doesn't, you just wait on an opportunity, and this is the time to go to the 5-minute chart. So if you look at the 5-minute chart on BNB, then you're looking for an entry to get back in. So when the 70 EMA crosses over the 50 EMA, that's the time to get back into BNB, and that's when you'll find probably that Bitcoin has gone back down again. So when Bitcoin goes down, you'll find BNB goes up slightly as well. So it's almost like a good hedge for Bitcoin going down. So instead of getting into are going into USDT and just leaving the money there, which is a dollar value. Then you go into BNB and make more BTC. When Bitcoin goes up, you get out of BNB and do that. So this could be a good time, but you could wait on the 5 minute or even kind of go down and look at the 1 minute if you want to get in earlier and wait on that 70 EMA crossing over the 50 EMA. So that's a good hedge. BNB is a good hedge, so that's a good kind of heads up there. Donny Don. Okay, so we're going to look at the news just now. So the news is, this was kind of Anthony Popliano. We've kind of seen this as well. Plots Bitcoin rise to 275,000. So from 3 predictions on the future of Bitcoin to a big step forward for Ethereum. Here's a look at some of the stories breaking out. This is from dailyhodl.com. So Morgan Creek Digital founder Anthony Popliano, which we've kind of talked about before, says he believes Bitcoin has more potential than any other asset worth 95 billion. In the next 5 years, he says BTC has a realistic chance of reaching $110,000 to $275,000. Now, if you truly, in your heart of hearts, believe that, and Anthony Popliano knows what he's talking about, so do a lot of other people. If you truly, in your heart of heart, believe that, you would just keep buying Bitcoin. You would just dollar cost average. You'd buy at this price, you'd buy at a higher price, you'd buy at a lower price, and you just keep buying Bitcoin. You just keep buying, say, $500 worth of Bitcoin every single month. So by the end of 1 year, there's $6,000. You've probably got 1 point something Bitcoin, but that might be enough. If you buy 1 Bitcoin at $6,000, and it does get to $110,000 in 5 years' time, that is an amazing return on your investment. If you truly believe in your heart of hearts that Bitcoin is going to go up to that price. But what's more than likely going to happen is you might buy Bitcoin at these prices and you might have 1.5 Bitcoin or 1 Bitcoin, and when it goes up to 30,000, you might sell at 30,000, only for it to shoot up to 100,000 and 200,000. Most people are not going to have the kind of balls to kind of hold it once it gets past the all-time high, the new all-time high. So it's going to be difficult for a lot of people to hold. That's why there's always going to be a market for it as well. So Tom Shaughnessy was saying the last BTC bull run was driven by hype around magical internet money, which is true, which is why I got up to $20,000. The next one will be driven by an actual macro-based understanding of the benefits of a non-sovereign capped digital SOV bolstered by Lightning. The next bull run will be bigger. So that's Tom Shaughnessy, and obviously there's a contrarian view as well. On the opposite end of the spectrum, economist and crypto critic Nouriel Roubini told the Octavian Report standing firm in his prediction that a new bull run is not on the cards. The peak of this bubble was 2017. At the end of that year, Bitcoin was worth about $1,000. By the peak, it was worth almost $20,000. During that year alone, it went up by 20x. This had nothing to do with fundamentals. It was not becoming a bigger means of payment. It was not becoming a better unit of account. It was not becoming a more stable store of value. It was simply that suddenly there was a lot of buzz about Bitcoin. So that's a contrarian view as well. Or Anthony Popliano might have a contrarian view. So it's kind of 50-50 in that kind of respect. Ripple locks massive 400 million XRP in escrow at the dawn of a new month. So Ripple and XRP's movement in the cryptocurrency space has been riddled with controversies, as we know, and speculation surrounding its ambiguous ownership and sales tactics. Despite the bear market not being kind to the third largest cryptocurrency, XRP rallied to retain its spot on the charts, and latest report connected to it displayed its resurgence. According to Whale, a cryptocurrency data aggregation website, a massive 400 million XRP was locked in escrow at an unknown wallet. According to current market prices, the value of XRP in escrow amounted to 121 million. So we heard about the news story that released 1 billion and how it buys it back and kind of locks it in kind of escrow again. So we know that Ripple do that, and they release it and get it back again as well and lock it up. So that's kind of what's happening just now. But they release it into the exchanges to replenish their supplies and to institutional investors who buy it as well. So After this news was revealed, Mac the Ripper, a fan of the cryptocurrency, tweeted, "I'm just tired of holding XRP. It's not going to 589, so unloading this shit. Don't worry, nothing serious here. I'm just waiting for it to increase properly. Jeez." So this is a fan of XRP. I won't be selling. I definitely won't be selling it as well. People on XRP were also in the news recently when it was revealed that Ripple released 1 billion. That's what we were talking about earlier on as well. So I won't be releasing my XRP and just keep buying up more as it goes down. So where is XRP at the moment? XRP, BTC. Still going down, 5,318 just now, and it looks like we might get back down to the kind of 4,300 level. Fine by me, I'll just buy up more. I'll just buy up more when it gets to that level. Ethereum, BTC, we're just going to look at Ethereum just now as well. Look at some of the big guns going down as well. I've kind of broken out that symmetrical triangle. Let's get rid of that. EOS, BTC, so they're all going down at the moment because of the rise in Bitcoin. That's got a support line there though for EOS. LTC, BTC. So it's broken down on the daily. It's broken down, so it looks as if it's going to go down a wee bit, but I'll just see it on the kind of 4 hourly. It's not broken back up. So it'll be different on the kind of USD value. I just go to Coinbase. You can see it's different on the USD value because the value of Bitcoin is going up and it's pegged to Bitcoin. The USD value is actually going up for LTC and Ethereum and XRP as well. Just look at XRP USD. So it's up to 31.5 cents for XRP. Obviously the BTC value has gone down, but because it's tied to that, it's going to go up again as well, the actual USD value. So I've no doubt in my mind that XRP is going to go back up, and I'm just holding. I'll just kind of keep holding it and just keep holding it. Okay, back to the news. That was XRP. And Kevin Rook, Bitcoin just did 439,378 transactions yesterday. Only 2 days in Bitcoin history have seen more transactions. Last week's chart is already out of date. So May the 1st, 2019, that was the highest there, or the third highest ever number of transactions. December the 6th and December the 14th, 2017, when Bitcoin was kind of just shooting up, was the only time that has beaten that. That's the number of transactions, but kind of goes on to state daily transactions just broke an all-time high in April, and transaction fees were 86% lower this time round. So 86% lower. So in December 2017, transactions 360k a day and 616 Bitcoin per day were the fees, the transaction fees. April 2019, transactions 366,000 on the day, and transactions fees were 89 Bitcoin on the day. So nearly a drop of 80% on transaction fees for Bitcoin, which is fantastic for this year. So that was really good. That's from Kevin Rook. Big shout out to Kevin Rook on Twitter as well. Talking about that, he's got a few followers in the kind of space as well. I'm just looking, he's talking about Facebook as well. That's why I was kind of interested as well. And this is Alex Kruger. A lot of you kind of follow Alex Kruger as well. Why Tether hasn't crashed. And I was kind of wondering that as well about kind of Tether. I just wondered why it hadn't crashed, or people were starting to get out of it and getting jittery. But it says shorting is expensive. Arbitrators profit from it. It's useful for exchanges. Some may be unable to exit into fiat. USDT very liquid. Other stable coins aren't. It's fully backed prior to November 2018. 75% backed by cash, better than many thought as well. So that's Alex Kruger's explanation of why Tether hasn't crashed. Because a lot of people are saying, well, if there's kind of all these bad stories about Tether, why is it not just kind of bombing? just now. And this is from CoinDesk. 22% of institutional investors have some digital asset exposure. So this is from CoinDesk.com. Institutional investors are increasingly open to finding a place for digital assets in their portfolios, suggests new research. And this is the thing with Bitcoin going up in price too much. So the manipulators out there, and there are manipulators out there, they don't want the price of Bitcoin to shoot up too much. If that happens, what is going to happen is the investors, the big institutional investors, are not going to come in. So it's in the best interest to manipulate it to keep it stable relatively until regulations and institutional investors are ready to come in. And institutional investors are in already, and probably some of them are the manipulators as well. And what they'll have done is bought over the counter. They'd have done OTC trading at around about the 3,300 level, and they're already up. If you put, say, $1 billion in to something, i.e. Bitcoin, and you're already up probably about 80%, you've got 1.8 billion back. If a company sees that, then they're going to want more of that. So imagine that in a normal stock market, you put $1 billion in, you get 1.8 billion back within the space of a couple of months, and that's what's happened here with kind of Bitcoin. Within the space from February to now, if they put $1 billion in then, OTC trading, and they're up just now 80%, nearly 100%, put $1 billion in, get 2 billion back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And there'll still be OTC trading going on. So there are institutional investors in the market just now, but it's not in the best interest to keep it pushing up hugely just now, unless a lot of them are in just now. That's my thoughts on it. And I think that was the last news story. And thanks again to Deb, Rob and James for the news stories. Really appreciate you kind of posting news stories. And obviously I use some of them, and I got to look at my own as well from Crypto Compare, which is a really good place to get the news as well. Okay, back to the chat. We have Gary Permenter. I'm not doing a call of the day today for obvious reasons, because the alts are just kind of going down just now. So I won't do a call of the day today. Steve, what do you think of Atom? Wait for retracement to jump in, as now it's pretty much on a high, got into Matic and the darn thing falls. Was hoping for a short trade on that. It could be, so Atom, we're just going to look at it, and this is what kind of was looking at the other day, and why I'm not as interested in it just now. And I might continue to keep on going up, but I think there's other opportunities out there. I keep going to that atomic coin. It's Atom Cosmos. So it's nearly 1 billion. It's nearly up at 1 billion market cap. Now the market cap, it doesn't really matter. If we're being really honest, if we really look at it, the market cap doesn't really matter because it's not a stock. So we shouldn't really be, but it gives us an indication. And other people use it as an indication as well. So I'm an investor, I'm a trader as well. Other people, other traders are going to look at the market cap and say, no, the market cap is too high. I don't want to get into this just now because the market cap might be too high. So they're not going to get in because of the market cap. And they'll just see other better opportunities, possibly better opportunities, even though Cosmos or Atom might double and go to $10 and go to 2 billion market cap and get into the top 10. It's number 15 just now. But for me, it's a no buy for me. I wish I'd got in kind of earlier when kind of Jimbo was talking about it. I think, where was it? It's the all-time low since it came on. It was $3.14. There's still been a good return, but even at that, the market cap was still really high. Even there, it was climbing. So that for me, because other investors and kind of traders will be looking at that, it's a no buy for me at the moment, purely for that reason. But when you're looking at fundamentals, different story altogether. So if it's for trading, it's a no trade for me just now. Fundamentals, totally different. Aloysius, after months I installed Brave, really nice, just need to figure out how to earn BAT. Thank you, Steve. So you need to turn it on. You need to turn it on and get an account from Uphold as well. So you'll be able to see that in your preferences. So if you go into Brave preferences, you should see a setting on there to actually turn on that you want to advertise for advertising, search engine sync, default browser, Brave Shields, social buttons and extensions on startup. So they should be in there somewhere. So ad control, and that's Brave Shields, sync, default browser. It was in there somewhere to actually turn it on. So we've got up here, you can see the settings up here. I've turned it on, so I'm seeing it there, but I'm just trying to think how I actually turned it on. I think that was it. So I've earned 3.4 BAT or something, which is nothing. It's $1.25. For doing nothing, I'll take that all day, every day. For doing what I do every day, so that's really good. Yeah, it's in there somewhere, Aloysius. Roland Rocker is in the house. Welcome to you. Cosmos volume reached 100 million, yet the price hasn't gone up too much. Yeah, the volume is absolutely mental just now. Crypto Don Juan is in the house. Good morning to you as well. Or you could spend your Bitcoin on a couple of pizzas. That says B. Nels Bull is in. BTC seems to create a rising wedge on one-day scale. I'm not sure if I'm right. I need to check that. Donny Don Matthews, thanks Steve for the input as always. My pleasure, mate. GC Standard, how long do you think XRP will fall? Ready to buy? It could keep falling. It could go down to 4,000. It could go down to 3,000. But when it jumps, it's going to blow. And I've showed you this chart a few times now as well. And I've been saying this for ages. When it goes, it's going to blow. But this is why I'm just accumulating and just dollar cost averaging in. So we've seen here it was going down, down, down. Look at this big steep curve down. Then it just shoots up by 200% and goes from kind of 4,000 up to 12,000. 200% increase within a space of a couple of days. That's what happens with XRP, and that's what's going to continue keeping it rising as well. We can go back and look at here. So it's down to 3,000, going down, went down to 6 Satoshi. That was a kind of flash crash. It went down to 1,000, spiked all the way back up to 22,000. That was obviously when kind of Bitcoin went up, but it keeps on doing these spikes. And I think it's going to continue to do that, and I think that's why it's still going to continue to go up. We're able to kind of draw a line from here to here. We were getting some support. It's broken that support, as we said, but we'd have to kind of put it up there. But it just keeps on spiking, and I think it's going to continue to do that as well. But it's like catching a falling knife. You just don't know when it's going to spike. So this could be the bottom. It could go all the way down to 4,000 again. That could be the bottom. So we just don't know when it's going to jump again. So if you're looking for a time to get in, don't look at the daily. Look at either the hourly for kind of XRP, or look at the 15-minute if you're looking for a price to get in. So if we're looking at 15-minute for XRP, we can see it was really from the 1st of May. It kind of dropped down on the 1st of May. And see here, I'm just going to see if I can show you. So it kind of crossed over on the 15-minute on the 30th of April at 5,602, and it went up to 5,961 on that day. Then it crossed back down over. So if you're looking for an entry point, you can use the 15-minute, or the hourly would probably give you a better indication of a long-term run as well. But obviously it's up and down just now on the hours, so it's difficult. It's difficult to say, but on the hourly, the 15-minute, and every other chart is kind of still going down. It's going to go down even further, XRP. So it's just looking for an entry point if you're looking for the long term. For trading as well, obviously you can look at the 15-minute chart as well. That'll give you a good 5-10% on trading. Oh, loads more coming as well. CB Norwood, hello all. What's a good tip to buy since everything is down except BTC? Well, I'm not doing a call of the day today, but obviously we can look on Binance, see what's doing well just now. So what starts with momentum is probably going to gather momentum. So I would say BNB might be a good one if Bitcoin is going to come back down. We kind of looked at BNB, 411, it's gone back up already. So it went down to 405. So I'm presuming Bitcoin has gone down. BTC USD. Yeah, it's come back down a wee bit, but 5573. So I'd say BNB might be a good hedge against the kind of Bitcoin falling. Who is at the very bottom? This is kind of strategy you can use. When Bitcoin shoots up, a lot of the alts shoot down, and they shoot down way too much. So Matic might be a good one to look at. We'll look at the order books. 70 is 8.8 million. To buy is 70 Satoshi. To sell at 71 is 5.2 million. And that's on a 1 minute chart. We'll just look on the hourly. It might be one to keep an eye on, not necessarily to buy. Again, the all-time low is 65. Well, it did get lower than that, 49.50. But it's one to keep an eye on. Seller is definitely one to keep an eye on, but that just keeps on going down and down and down. There's no kind of stopping that just now. But we just hope at some point, okay, this is going to turn around, but you just don't know. So I took another nibble at seller as well. But I've taken a nibble at 500, 365, taken a few nibbles now, so this will be the last kind of time I take a nibble here, unless I see kind of signs of an about turn. But I thought there was signs coming up to here. I thought, okay, we're going to cross over. It didn't quite get there, and it just kind of kept on going down. So we need to wait and see for that. So yeah, you can look at the ones that have fallen the most. 0AX, that was previous one of the calls of the day, and it kind of jumped up about 100%. That's kind of way down and went past. It's done a 100% retracement. So that might be a good one to look at. But use your entry points again. If you're looking for an entry point, you can use the 15-minute or the hourly for an entry point. There's going to be a lot. And the other way you can do it is look for ones that have started the ball rolling already. So it could be that VIA, I think that kind of went up yesterday already, and it's on its way back down. Yeah, it kind of went up already. It jumped up yesterday. Might bounce, but it's not just started to move. So you want one that's just starting to move. Store J has kind of bounced up already and came back down. Yep, so that wouldn't be one. RCN as well. Bounced up and coming back down. So you want to pick one that's just starting to move. This might bounce up with the 50 EMA, but not with kind of Bitcoin rising. Zen, kind of called out the other day. Is that just starting to move now? No, it's not just starting to move. It's kind of come back down after a rise. Qtum coming back down after a rise as well. So you want one that's just gathering momentum just now. There's nothing really at the moment, so people are being ultra cautious. BTT, I thought that might kind of make a move. But on the 11th of April, obviously, Tron holders are getting another airdrop. Hot, still not moved, still not made its move. So 23 seems to be that support level for Hot. And you've got 605 million to buy at 23, 340 million to sell at 24. So it looks better. What was it with 7 decimals? So what you can do is look at the 7 decimals and see the kind of range that people are selling and buying. So the support at around about the 20ish level, that's from 20 to 29. So we've got 339 Bitcoin there. But from 30 to 39, to sell 374 Bitcoin. And from 40 to 49, 581, 50 to 59, 375. So I don't know if that would be kind of a good one. Obviously this can change on a whim because this is the order books. People just pull out when it starts to move. I'm just going to see. We've got 61 watching, that's good. If you've not commented already, just leave a comment. So yeah, look at the 7 decimal figures as well, just to see kind of what's happening, see what could go up. So we'll just take a look at, we're taking a look at seller just now. So take a look at that and look at the 7 decimals. So we'll have to go to 8 decimals first, then go back to 7 decimals. So From 160 to 169, we've got 9.9 or nearly 10 Bitcoin, kind of looking to buy. And from 170 to 179, we've got 5.5, kind of selling. So that's quite good, actually. So this could indicate that it's going to go up. From 180 to 189, we've got 10 Bitcoin worth. So we've got good support there. From, say, 150 up to 169, we've got good support. We'll go back to the 8 decimals. And you can see there, 154, we've got 3.67 Bitcoin, 1.2 Bitcoin, 1.3, 3.04, 2.66, 1.85. So it's good support, kind of going down to 150, but obviously you don't want it to get to 150. And there's not that much buy walls compared to the support, but as we go down, obviously you don't want it to go down, because then the kind of sales are going to go down, the sell walls are going to come down as well. I hope that makes sense. No idea about the ABBC coin, but the coin has been one pumping machine and on good 24-hour volume, over 50 million. I've still not looked into it. I kept on seeing it. I remember last month or something said, what is this ABBC coin? And I thought it was the Alibaba coin, but obviously they've been to court and stuff like that for that. So I just never really checked. I've never checked it out at all. I don't even know what it is. I think we looked at it once. I still don't know what it is. Gary, as soon as the alts rise, everybody sells in a panic. Yeah. Just like I think the bulls will come back very soon. It's going to go off like a rocket, hopefully. Stephen Norwood, hi Steve, are you accepting BAT tips yet? Yes, I've got BAT tips, so I can accept that on the crypto channel. So if you go to the crypto channel, CYT-Crypto, I've been accepting BAT tips, B-A-T. So I don't know quite how to kind of get the link, I'm being honest. But I've got kind of BAT there, and it's I've got it all set up and running. So I think if you go into the channel, CYT-Crypto channel, you actually have to go to the channel and maybe look at videos or something. I'm just going to see if it works there. So what you can do, you see a little kind of in the kind of corner here. So this is the CYT-Crypto channel. I'm just going to check this out. And this is what I love about Brave and BAT working together. Oh, why is it not coming up? There we go. Okay, so you can send a tip there. If you go to that, Brave Verified Publisher, send a tip. I'm not saying you should do this, I'm just showing you how to do it if anybody's looking to can I do this? I'm just making sure it's all set up properly. It's taken ages just now. Yeah, tip Stephen Aitchison, 1 BAT, 5 BAT, 10 BATs. And then you can make this monthly. I've got some on monthly as well that I just do. So yeah, it's all set up. But I don't know how to I need to figure out all this stuff because it's not kind of doing this full time. I need to figure it all out. SC thoughts. See a coin, never looked at that in a while. SC BTC. We have 49 Satoshi, mind blowing, 49. Wow, lowest ever. So I was big on Sia Coin. Way back at the beginning, I was big on Sia Coin, made a lot of money from them as well. And I liked Sia Coin, what they were doing. I downloaded the UI, the kind of the app and stuff like that for the computer, for the Mac. It wasn't working at the time, but that's when it first came out, so I've not checked out recently. So I don't know if they're getting left behind or people have just forgotten about them or it's just because they're old school. I don't know what it is just now, but they're at their all-time low just now. You'd have to be looking at some form of fundamental news kind of changing and maybe look at the hourly to see when to get back in again. But at the moment, it doesn't look good for SC. But a lot of these are just going to double up when kind of Bitcoin goes up to 10,000, it stabilizes, you're going to get these altcoins going on a run as well. SC might be one of them, but I don't know if there's any fundamental news that's going to go down, that's down just now. But it doesn't look good from a chart point of view just now, from a TA point of view. Slim Shady is in the house, welcome to you. Daniel Levron Larson is in, welcome to you. Benjamin K, good morning to you. G-Slick, what's the ABBC coin? Do it always pumps. I know, I know, just haven't looked at it at all. Scott Greenplate, good morning everyone. Aloysius, Stephen Norwood, I am accepting. LOL, thank you Steve, found this setting. Brilliant, good. I knew it was there somewhere, Aloysius. BNB running up right now. So BNB, BTC. So up to 412,000. So we've seen it kind of bottoming out there. That's when we kind of looked at, well, 400,000. About 405,000 we were kind of looking at it, saying it could jump up, but it has just jumped. Steve, have you converted your NPX to FX yet? I've nearly converted them all. G-Slick. I haven't. I was looking at the community fund. I was looking at, and I've lost the kind of wallet, the keys for the wallet. I thought I'd lost them, the keys for the wallet for the community fund, because we've got about 500,000 in there. So I forgot all about them to convert them to FX, and I haven't done it yet. So I'll need to get that done soon. I need to get it sorted soon. Gary Pimenta, Zilliqa is taking more of a downtrend due to the token swap, having all supply on exchanges and only a mouse click away from BTC conversion. Zilliqa, I've not looked at that in a bit as well. Zil, BTC. Yeesh, all-time low as well. Oh, nightmare. So there's a lot. Is it the all-time low, or is it? I need to look in the macro. Yeah, it is the all-time low for Zilliqa. So it doesn't look like a buy just now either. That's not so good. On the 1 hour, it's not going to change on the 1 hour. It's going to be even, yeah. So it's not a buy at the moment. So you're waiting that turn around, just got a shiver now. Let's get rid of that. IDO might be good for a day trade. So that's one we recommended the other day. Kind of did shoot up before coming back down. We'll just see where it is just now. Yeah, so I recommended that round about here, just under the 10,000 mark, and it jumped up about, I think it was 12% before coming back down. Could be a good one. We'll go on the daily. But I do spike in, it's not looking good in the daily obviously. On the 4 hourly. So I'd seen it kind of here, kind of trying to move up. That's when I called it, and it did jump up. It's come back down again. So I'm not sure if it would be a good one just now. Now, according to TA, I wouldn't be kind of looking at that at the moment. So there's not many alts that you'd be looking at the moment. In fact, I don't know if there's any. I'll just go back. RCN Atom is moving up again. It's starting to move again. That's doing amazing. So it's going to reach its all-time high again soon. Store G. We said what had momentum already might keep on moving up. Need to wait and see. Okay. We haven't skipped more. I do, yep. I'm resting all my coins this weekend, back on the roller coaster on Monday. Excellent, B. We haven't skipped more into BTC for the weekend. Then we're going to pump 6,200 by Monday. It could well do if it gets past the 6,000 mark. That's a huge psychological barrier. 6,200 would actually make it a buy if it go past 6,200. Is it going to reach that? I don't know. I think the kind of bears will kind of get back in then, round about the 6,000 level. But 6,200, I think the bears would really get in big time and start shorting it then, because that would make it a buy, which sounds kind of crazy. But if it did get past the 6,200 and didn't just hit that ceiling, so if it hit the ceiling of 6,200 and start going down, the bears would kind of dive in it. If it shot past 6,200, the bulls, I think, would take over, because that would actually make it a buy from a technical analysis point of view. But technical analysis point of view for Bitcoin just now, it's already crossed over. It's had a golden cross. It's staying there just now. We'll just look at the golden cross just now if you're willing to kind of stay with me just now. And we'll get to look at that, and we'll kind of close off the EMA. That's the, look at that. Oh, that market god. The MA I was looking at. Where are we on here? Yeah, turned on the BPVR. Okay, so we'll look at the MA. And we can see we're still crossed over there. That's on the hourly. We want to look on the daily. Now come back, that's BTC, USD. I'm going to say we'll come back down there. So we're still high up on the crossover. So, and what we said on this, that we could go up, we could get a golden cross, and then we could get a death cross kind of soon after it, which is what happened in 2015. We can see here on the daily, we crossed over, 50 EMA crossed over, then we got a death cross soon after it. That was at the 249 level, kind of went up to 320, came back down, and then before crossing back over. So this is what a lot of people think might happen, and we kind of got this in 2014 as well. Crossed over at 606, back down over at 559 before going down to 149, so it dropped 80%, come back up again. So it's never really crossed over again until now. So we could cross over, we could get something like this. Could cross over and reach that, or kind of go higher than that. We'll just get rid of that. Go higher than that, see what it is just now, obviously, and kind of follow it up just now. So 6,200, then we could go down from there and then go back up again and all the way up to 20,000. So what's going to happen with the crossover there, you're going to get this, you're going to get a slight dip, then you're going to go back up and over. That's when. So the thinking it could happen again, just because it happened in 2015, happened in 2014. But having said that, when it crossed over, and the other couple of times it's crossed over has been 2014, 2015, that's what happened. Went up, came back down, and then kind of shot back up. So, and that's what could happen there. You just never know. You never know unless you go. Right. So a lot of scenarios are kind of coming into play just now. CB Norwood, I just sent you some. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I don't know how to check it. I'll need to check it after. Keg, I just sent you some back. Oh, thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Have a great weekend, Steve. Everyone be safe. You as well, be, and thanks for the email messages as well. Really appreciate that. Donny Don Matthew. XRP always moved up when BTC does. Now it's just stuck in a zone with BTC, almost 5,700. XRP should be trading in 34 cents range, but it's behaving as if BTC is at 5k. Exactly, I don't know what's going on. It's not decoupled from BTC by any manner of means just yet, because usually when BTC does go up, it does. So this might be the start of a decoupling for XRP. Hopefully it is, because we're going to see a more kind of valued approach to it, hopefully. But we need to wait and see. Nels Bill, thank you very much. Really appreciate that, mate, for the €5 donation from Nels Bill. Thanks for the greatest daily crypto show on YouTube. Ah, cheers, buddy. Really, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. This is a thing as well. I just call everybody buddy and mate. Even if you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. I still call you buddy or mate. So I don't know who's female, who's male. Just in case, because I got an email from somebody the other day as well, and I've been calling them mate and buddy and stuff. And turns out I was a woman, but it doesn't matter. You still can be my mate as a woman and a buddy or whatever. But I'll probably say something different, or just thanks very much. I wouldn't say mate or buddy usually, but everybody's mate and buddy. Okay, I think that's it for just now. I think that's us. We've got 54 people watching. If you could go down to the like button, that would really help the channel. Thank you to everybody for your donations. Really appreciate it. To Niles Bull as well for your donation. As well, and for Zipper MC, really appreciate your donation as well, and for joining the channel as well. Brilliant that you're here. Good to see you here, and thank you to everybody that sent me some over some BAT as well. Really appreciate that as well. And I'll need to do more with the channel. I see kind of Bitcoin Phoenix. That's the guy I was telling you about. That was Rob, one of our brilliant admins. His channel is just going mental just now. I'm just going to show you if you're kind of willing to stay, but I'll just have a look at it. Bitcoin Phoenix. So he's doing brilliant in Poland just now. So Bitcoin Phoenix, he's got 576 videos. Where's his channel just now? 4,122 subscribers he's got just now, which is fantastic. Let's go to home. So that's brilliant. And I've subscribed. Obviously I don't talk Polish, but I've subscribed as well, and he's doing brilliant. So big shout out to kind of Bitcoin Phoenix. If you're in Poland just now and you like this show, you'll like that show even more because it's in your native language. But hopefully you still like this show and you still subscribe to this show as well. So Rob, Adeb, Kim, James, and Jimbo. Just now we've got other admins as well, but we've not seen them for a few months. But yous are all doing brilliant, and in your own right, Bitcoin Phoenix, Jimbo's got his own thing going on. James, I've just seen kind of what he was doing the other day as well. Kim doing brilliant, kind of teaching as well. And Deb just being brilliant, just his normal brilliant self as well. So all the admins are doing a brilliant job in CYT-Crypto. I don't know why they stick around. Well, I kind of do know why they stick around, for the love of crypto. So really, really appreciate it, and really appreciate you as well for sticking here and with the channel. So that was Bitcoin Phoenix, that was Rob. I just wanted to give a shout out. Jimbo's got his channel as well, and I'm going to give a shout out to him. When he kind of starts, he's doing something else just now, but when he gets the ball rolling as well and does more videos, we'll get that. In fact, we'll just have a look. Crypto Knowledge Alliance. I don't know if you've done more videos, Jimbo, but Crypto Knowledge Alliance, just jump over there as well. 2 days ago, 1 month ago, yeah, I know he's going to build up the channel, and he does really good videos as well. So big shout out to Jimbo, our admin as well, and Rob, our admin as well. I don't think any of the other admins have got a YouTube channel, but yeah, I'll check that out as well. So that's Crypto Knowledge Alliance, and subscribe to that as well. Put links in kind of comments for you as well. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now, definitely now. Definitely now. Same side key command, BitMEX just jumped $40 in like 10 seconds. Big money entering Yishk. Benjamin K, thanks, have a good weekend. And you have a brown weekend as well, whatever you're doing. I will see you on Monday again. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.